the back. Please, guys. Okay. Yes, I see you. I see you. John Baba, I see you. Send your request, guys. Hey, how you doing? John, I've accepted you, but I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Jennifer. I would like a lady to also come on so that we can also hear from women. Do, 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 do. I've accepted, John. I've accepted. I don't know what's going on. John, can you see me? Because I can't see anyone. Is anybody on live? Because I can't even see anyone.
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, you can see me, but I can't even see you.
Okay, let me
Please,
go off and
tell people. No, maybe it's me. I don't even know. Tell people on the comment section to stop coming after what someone is saying on the live. People, yeah, well, okay, I'll tell them. John, I've accepted though. I don't know what's going on with this Instagram thing. Okay. Happy birthday. Yes.
I can see John now.
Something is echoing.
No, John was using 2 accounts. I can see his face now.
I can't see you, but I can see John. But anyway, let's just continue.
Me, I can see John. No, I can see John now. So that he will fire me. I want to see his face.
Okay, so the last where were we? So basically, like I said before, a lady said to me, she's been single for many years, and the reason why is because obviously there's so many reasons. One, she's afraid of a man coming to her life and influencing her child the wrong way. Two, she's afraid of she doesn't want to give her child the wrong impression. So she wants the child to be a full adult, then she can now move on. So what is your advice for the woman? 1 minute each.
My advice for the woman is to let her child grow into a full adult, then she can move on and do whatever she wants to do. Not she cannot. For me, I don't believe that single mothers should get married. Honestly, I don't believe
Wow.
that. I believe that they should
don't believe
focus. Yeah, I believe that
so
they
what
should focus
what should a single mother do then?
They should focus on making their children very responsible members of the society.
Okay. What about the fathers that got them pregnant?
The fathers that got them pregnant are responsible in being in the lives of those children extensively. Any father that is not in the life of his child should be gathered somewhere and burnt to ashes. They should be in the lives of their children.
I like that. So men that are not responsible.
Any father that is not in the life of his child should be gathered and burnt to ashes.
I like that. So basically, men that are not responsible should be dealt with.
Should be burnt to ashes, not dealt with is a lighter word. Should be burnt to ashes.
Okay, I like that.
If you have a child, regardless, it is one thing to fail as a husband. It is not thing to fail as a father. You must be a father. Whether you're in prison, you should be a father from prison. I met a girl whom her father is in prison. She lives in Orange County, California. She has not
30
seen
seconds,
her father.
30 seconds left.
She has not seen her father in the past 8 years. And she was asking me for a favor. I told her the first favor I'm going to do for you is I'm going to book a flight for you to the city to the city of the prison where your father is in. and you must see your father and have a conversation
Mm.
with him.
Mm.
The last time they talked 8 years ago, she was talking to him and the call dropped. So he thought that she dropped the call. And maybe he's feeling bad where he is. And they moved him from one prison to another. The prison he used to be was
Ah,
like 3 hours away from her. But now the prison he is in California is like 10 hours away from her. So I told her,
wow.
oh, first favor I'm going to do for you is you're going to fly to that city and go and see your father. Even from prison, you should be a father.
Yes, yes, yes. I agree. I agree. Okay, sir. So, bro. So, what's your advice for that woman? Then that you would do you advise her to remarry, to start dating, or to wait till her child is fully grown?
Before she even takes on that thought of waiting for the child to grow before getting married, she don't weigh the thing. The thing no go dey easy on am. So if she
Yes.
says she wants to wait for the child to grow, perfectly. She can go ahead with it and wait for the child to grow before venturing into it. Because by and large, okay, when you now go into these relationship things and are finding a partner and getting married,
Mm-hmm.
John no go agree, but me, I go tell you, say you go get divided attention. Now, that divided attention could be that she doesn't want to impact, like waiting John talk. You know what, make another man come day in the life of his children to know waiting, to do waiting
Okay,
they
please
supposed to do.
speak clear English because of the people we have. Because a lot of people here they're not Nigerian.
Me, I'm not a Nigerian.
Okay,
I'm a
Where are you
good.
from?
No
Calabar.
problem.
Okay.
No problem. Just clear English.
Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, the woman can do it. It's her choice.
So
It's
if
a
she has,
choice. She can do it.
so if the woman has a 1-year-old, she can move on and go and look for a new man. Let's say the ex-boyfriend was really bad to her. Now she's single, so she has a 1-year-old baby. So she should move on and find a new man.
If she chooses to, it's a choice. Kas, this thing is a choice.
But my point is, I'm asking you as an
Okay.
advice. Should she
Okay,
now
for
go
her.
and move on? Yes, she's asking now. Should she
If
move
she's
on and
if
get
she's
it?
mentally ready, she can go ahead and do it. If she's not, she shouldn't do it.
Okay, let's flip the tables. Let's flip the tables. Let's say you're the father
Okay.
of this 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna advise the same woman to move on with your 1-year-old?
Why would I even leave my woman with a 1-year-old child?
Maybe
Maybe let's say she cheated on you, and
no, not even
you know
that.
you got,
Maybe you're married and you cheated with another woman and impregnated her.
yeah, you cheated.
Okay, me cheated. Why would it
Yeah.
be me that cheated?
Example now.
Okay. So why
No,
can't
so
why
you
can't you use
cheated, he
John as
left
an
Okay,
you,
example?
and no,
let
you
me give you a
cheated.
perfect example. You know I'm a bad influence. Let's say you are married and you go to Las Vegas with me. You must cheat. You must cheat because I'll make you cheat, whether you like it or not. And you now cheat that cheat, and the baby now comes in.
Okay.
Are you going to advise that your new baby mama to move on?
Remember, that is a cheat. We are not married. We are not staying
But
together.
that
That is
is your
an
child.
outside. That's an away match.
But that is your child.
That's my child, but that's an away
Bro,
match.
let me tell you one thing with me, eh? Even if by mistake, I drink one day, they come back house, see mad woman within my streets. Maybe that madness of that drink make me knock down mad woman. She born picking from me. I'll go claim that picking.
No, I'm not saying. See, I'm not saying I'm not
Of
claiming the
course.
child.
I'll go
I'm
claim
saying that.
that picking. Provided say that my spam from that picking. What whether if God no go allow me for goat too. But if now even if not me for goat, God born picking for me. I will claim that picking.
Okay, so John, will you advise the woman with the 1-year-old to move on and have a new man
Raise her child properly. For me,
properly, not to move on?
married. She's still married to
Okay,
the father of her
how
child.
old should the child be before she starts to date?
18.
18.
18.
She should wait for 18
That is
Yes.
why
John,
the Chinese
that is a selfish talk.
that is why the Chinese made dildos, big, small, and
See, it's not
each.
about the dido,
What
John.
else?
John, it's not about the dido.
What else do you need
John,
a
it
man for?
doesn't see one
What else
person,
do you
it's
need
not
a man
easy.
for? What
Okay,
else do
she
you
needs a man to help
John,
her with the kid. She
John,
needs a
it's
man to show her
not easy
child
to raise a
what that.
child.
Oh,
now, now,
yeah, not
now,
into raise a child.
Cass.
Yeah,
She needs a man to help her with the child. I am of the
yeah.
opinion that the biological father of that child must be available to
Okay,
help her
now
with the child.
let me ask a
What if
question.
the
Cass,
biological father is an
Then
idiot?
if
Is not. It
the
doesn't care.
biological father is an idiot, then the child has no father.
now,
So then you can't step in there as a good man, as an honorable man.
No, I'll step in for my own children.
so okay, now,
When
Cass,
you
let
were
me
that
ask John,
an
John,
irresponsible man, you did not know.
what
So,
if this man,
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
what if
Yeah.
this woman was raped, and in the process
Aha.
of being raped, a child came in?
Okay.
Yes.
I will not even move near such woman that was
Ask
raped.
John,
I won't even dare. Once you tell me you were raped and you have a child from that rape, I will stop talking
Cass
to you.
don't tire for
I will
you.
stop
Uh,
talking to
um,
you.
John,
I will stop talking
what if
to
she
you.
doesn't
Do you
tell
know
you?
why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? If you report
Why?
a rape case, the first thing any police station in the world, in the length and breadth of this of this spherical earth will do is to administer anything that will prevent pregnancy. First, secondly, they will make sure they test for venereal diseases. That you were
Okay.
raped, it does not stop you from thinking. If you were raped,
Okay.
please go to the police and report it. There are things the police officers do to make sure you don't conceive from that rape. A girl who was
Okay.
raped and have a child, I assume that girl was irresponsible. That means she enjoyed the rape. That was why she kept the child. Because I don't believe that that a human being will defile me and I won't report it. Any human being that was defiled and did not report it, enjoy that defilement. QED. Because you cannot tell me that they will steal your iPhone 15 and the first place you rush to is police headquarters to go and report. But when a man steals something worse than bigger than iPhone 15 from you, you say I cannot report it. The way the world will look at me. Auntie,
Okay.
you don't have any place in my life if you think like
John,
that. Not near me.
John, oh, John,
But
John, please, while making this comment, have you also considered the psychological impact on the lady
Auntie,
as at the time of all this?
let me ask you, what is more impactful? Because I walk up to you with a loaded 9mm Beretta under the influence of all sorts of hard drugs in the world, point it at you and tell me, you give me your phone, and you hand over that phone to me. Huh? Are you saying that which one of them is more traumatizing? Or being robbed or being raped?
Raped is being more dramatic than being robbed.
Big lie. Big lie.
You can recover what
Bro,
was robbed.
bro,
now,
bro,
what if they don't believe in
bro,
abortion?
bro. You cannot tell me that being in the situation of life and death, huh, is worse than that. Bro, if you've not been robbed, you cannot say this. If person never point 9mm Beretta or AK-47 where they just release for air for your face, oh, you cannot say this. Don't say this. Let me tell you something. This is not in any way me disregarding the way women feel after being raped. I am saying any woman that was raped in this world that feels she cannot report it is a foolish woman. Is a foolish woman. Because the first thing you should do when you're raped is to report it. I don't believe it. I'm not emotional. I don't add all these sentiments when I think.
No, you're
You
very
should
logic.
report
You're
it.
very logical.
You
Very logic.
must report it. Bro, if person make mistake, bring pinprick near my nyash. Make same timing. The first place where they go to police station. Police. See what did they do my nyash? Oh. I want to stop all this. This is one of they talk.
It says no hospital will abort a rape pregnancy. It's illegal for them to do that.
This person is the dumbest person that exists on Instagram. Trying to say that when you are raped, you're issued contraceptives after pills. It is not termed abortion. Even in the United States of America, go and ask your doctor. When you're raped, they give you after, what do they call it? Those
Morning
pills that
after pill.
morning after pills. It is
Mm.
not termed abortion. So please don't come here with dumb arguments. I don't entertain dumb people around me.
Mm.
You can't call that abortion. It's not abortion. It is allowed in every civilized economy of the world, even in the Arab world, that abortion is a crime.
So I have a question for you, John. Quick one. What if a guy has a 1-year-old child, then he sees another, he leaves the girl that he got a child with, and should he have the right to move on and start another relationship?
See, when you have a 1-year-old child with someone, you are married to that person. See, marriage is not exchange of
Someone you
rings.
just met in a club.
Or marriage
Yeah.
is not exchange of rings. Marriage is not exchange of vows.
Yeah.
I am very
Yes.
consistent with my submissions. Like I told
Yeah.
you earlier, the only reason why God asks us to go to marry is to multiply. Once you have a
Mm.
child with a woman, in the eyes of God, you're married to that person.
You have a point. You have a point.
Once you have a child with a woman, in the eyes of God, you're married. If you have 7 baby mamas, you're a polygamist. You have 7 wives. Get that into your head. If you have 7 baby mamas, you're a polygamist. You have 7 wives. If you have 2 baby mamas, you're a polygamist. You have 2 wives. If today I decide to get married again, I'm married to 2 women.
So John, me now that I was married
If you
before, I
marry
have 3
again,
sons.
you're married to 2 women.
So once I'm married now, that means I've literally have
Yes.
2 wives.
The fact that you have kids.
And then my ex goes and married another guy.
Yeah,
She's still my wife.
see, she commits adultery. That's what the Bible tells you. She commits adultery. She's not married to
Kas,
that man. They are fornicating.
Wait, bro. Wait 1 second. Okay, John, 1 minute. Okay, bro, go ahead.
Kas, you're saying in this, you said he was having a valid point. I don't know, but I want to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
What I don't know, I like asking.
Mm.
John, Abraham had a child with someone outside his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ishmael.
So I don't know what's Ishmael. I heard that gave birth to Ishmael.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the servant.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
what I've not seen, I don't know if I've not read to that point, but I've not seen where it was stated that Adam or she was regarded or was called upon Adam as his wife.
You mean Abraham?
Adam.
Yes. Sorry, Abraham.
It was Abraham.
No, she was Sarah's house help.
That's
And
what
then
I'm
Sarah
saying. So,
told-
but he had child with the lady.
Yes.
Please.
Uh-huh.
As soon as she had Ishmael for Abraham, she became Abraham's
Mm.
wife.
But that it was never stated,
No.
because even in the scriptures, it was stated that that child was not even regarded as a child. It was regarded as I don't want to use that word, but
Ishmael.
Yeah.
Please help me, Kas. No, Ishmael
No, but I understand what
had no.
No, Ishmael had
Ishmael
was still
inheritance
blessed.
in the house of Abraham.
No, wait, now Ishmael was.
An
I think
inheritance in the house
according
of
to
Abraham.
the book,
He has an inheritance in the house of Abraham.
Ishmael
Once your
was
child,
very, very wealthy. Very wealthy.
he was, but I'm talking about in the sight of the Lord.
No,
Cool,
No,
he was called an
what?
outcast.
No, let me
He was
let
called
me
an
yeah.
outcast. It's in the
Yeah,
scriptures.
No. Ishmael was not an outcast. That is where we get it wrong. Ishmael
No,
was
it's not
never
an
an outcast.
But it was in the
Never an
Bible now.
outcast.
Hold on.
Ishmael was never an outcast.
Let me explain the Ishmael thing. The difference is this. Because Ishmael was not the one God wants to bring the Messiah through or took as his nation. That's why God allowed Abraham to tell her to drive the child away. That the blessing will come through Sarah, which is Sarah's first child, which is Isaac.
Which one? Which one deceived? Which one deceived
No,
the
no, no.
father? Or was
No,
it
that's you're talking about Esau and
Esau?
Jacob. That's later.
Esau and Jacob.
That's
Okay,
later.
Esau and Jacob.
That's the
Esau and
grandchild of
Jacob.
great grandchild of
Esau,
grandchild of
Esau
Abraham.
and Jacob.
Grandchild of
Sorry.
Abraham. We're talking about Abraham now. Abraham's first son is Ishmael.
Ishmael, yes.
Ishmael was born by Haggai, the house help, the servant.
Yes.
Now, so she was driven away because she was not the one that has the promise of God. The promise of God was based on Sarah's blood, which is Abraham's seed. Yeah, Abraham's seed. So which is Isaac.
So that means
Now,
even in the sight of God, he was not known because he was not in that radar.
No, because God didn't want that.
No, I'm using based on what John said.
If you go forward,
That anybody I get married, anybody I put pregnancy, even if it is someone who is mad, that the person becomes my wife. That's what John said.
If you go further to read the scriptures, you realize that Abraham still maintained a relationship between Haggai and Sarah. And
But
that's
that
why
doesn't make Haggai his wife.
Let me land. No, it makes Haggai his wife. What?
How?
The only thing the Bible told you there is for peace to reign, separate both wives in two different homes.
Why are you separating both wives? If God really knew they were wife and they were husband and wife, are you supposed to separate them?
You can have a wife. You can have one wife in Canada, one in Australia.
Like I said, I'm just asking. I don't know.
And let me get somewhere. Ishmael is known to be the father of all Arabs.
Yes.
The smartest and the most successful race in the world. You cannot tell me that God is not with them. The Arabs are the smartest and the most successful race in the world, whether you like it or not. The Arabs go to where there is nothing and make something out of that. So you cannot tell me that God is not with them. Stop reading the Bible based on what Christianity has taught you. Read the scripture.
No. See, I'm not even reading based on Christianity, John. What I'm saying, I was saying based on what you said, what you were. That's why I said I don't know. I'm still finding out. Though,
once a woman has
I'm
a
still
child for you, you're married to her.
Now, now let me say this. According to African traditions that I know, once a girl has a child for you, automatically they'll be calling that woman, that girl, even if she's a prostitute, they'll be calling her your wife.
Please switch off the African this thing, please.
Everywhere we come from in Africa. Let me explain again. Let me explain so you understand. Let's say me, you, and John have been having sex with one particular girl, and then but you now get the girl pregnant.
And your wife. No?
Everybody would not call the girl your wife because you have a child with her.
Are you register, Mark? Are you register?
Okay, so what if after me I don't come get the child? John still like the way John still likes the way her ass is, and still goes and have the child again with her.
That girl
okay, so she becomes our wife.
She just becomes our wife. Our wife.
Hey, God,
our wife.
May God help us all.
That's why if you look at it critically, the society accepts a man who has children from multiple women, but does not accept a woman who has children from multiple men.
Yeah, it looked down on women. But why does it do that, John?
Yeah, because a man is allowed to have multiple wives by society, by scripture, by God. Because God did not create one wife for Adam; He created two. There was only one Adam with two wives.
That whole created two. That's a lie. It's one woman He gave Adam.
Well, that is your submission, but I have proved it to you from the same Bible you read, and you have not agreed to agree.
No. See, you can say by nature, man can have 2 or 3 wives or 100 wives
God
because we have
created two wives for Adam. There was a Lilith. There was a Lilith and there was an Eve.
No. I know where you're going. But that you're twisting the Bible a different way.
In Genesis chapter 1, verse 27.
Yes, I know that part.
And God created man from dust. Man and male and female, He created alike from dust. There was nothing like from the rib. Then if you go further in the book of Genesis, He now told you somewhere that God now put Adam to sleep and took out one of his rib and created a woman that He called Eve. And when Adam woke up, Adam now said, indeed, now, that statement means that For there to be now means there was something before that now. This is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh.
Mm.
God created two wives for Adam. So God created
Kas,
man to be a
Kas, you
polygamist.
see this topic?
Mm.
We are actually shifting from our main topic. We are
Anyway,
going deeper.
let's to our main topic because John, if we enter this one, we
Uh-huh.
know none of us will
John, me
sleep.
and you go talk that one. Me and you will talk that
Like that
particular
goes.
one. Because me, I want you to tell me. You will show me. Either use
I'll show you.
Anyway,
sentiment, read scripture. No
let's stick
wahala.
to the
I'll
thing.
show you.
So John, are you not saying that? No, bro. Let me ask you first.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you not saying that with the way it is now, we should, as men and women, we should value the new partner before the wife? Sorry, the new partner before the child. I beg your pardon.
When you're saying value, like you're making it
Okay,
look
not
as if
value,
you're
not
not going
value,
to
not
look at
value.
the
Let
child.
me rephrase it. Not
Mm-hmm.
value, as in like take them like yeah, it's and then they come first. Your new
Give
partner should
them
come first.
equal care. Give them equal rights. Give them
But
equal love.
you can't. Your child is a child. The other one, your partner is an adult.
Now, this is what I'm saying, and this is my point.
Mm-hmm.
There is a care, there is a love, there is an attention that is given to children, and it cannot override the one that is given to partners. Just like you
Mm-hmm.
cannot use the one that is given to partner to override the one that is given to children. So
Mm-hmm.
I stand to say that you cannot cheat the one that has to do with partner because of the kids, and you cannot cheat the one that has to do with the kids because of the partners.
Okay.
Any further question, ask me.
Okay. John, what's your take then?
Which question?
The same thing. So your own advice is the kids, all the kids should always come first before any partner. Now, when I say partner, though, I also mean, for example, now, yeah. Let's say you are a woman now, so and you have a child. So you said to your new partner that your child come first.
Yes. My child comes first. Because my child is
As a
my
woman,
blood.
you tell your partner,
My child is my blood. You are not my blood.
so as a woman, you expect a woman to say that. But if a woman says that to you, won't you feel second class in that home?
That is why I've told you severally, like 1 million times, Kas, I cannot marry a single mother. How would she say that to me when I can't marry her? I can't even be put in that place for her to say it to me. Because I know that is what it is. That's why I can't marry them. I know that ab initio, that is what it is. That is why I've always said that I cannot marry them. Nothing on earth will make me bring another man's child into my home. It's not possible. In fact, if you're dating me as a single mother, if you're coming to visit me, make mistake, your picking, that picking will stay outside.
Oh, come on, man.
Another man's child shall not come into my home.
Wow.
I find that
And I still ask
disrespectful.
you, John,
Hold on.
what makes you feel that that one you have is your own?
DNA
Because he said it's done the test.
DNA was conducted less than four weeks after his birth.
And what if he was not yours?
I thank God I never pay medical bills then. I'll put the money for my pockets.
Wow.
Oh,
That's his
Wow.
own.
if I said I
That's
don't
his
know
own
me.
take.
If I said I don't know
Wow.
me.
Okay. My advice for people that I always tell their new partners that my children come first is this. I would advise you not to say those words out, even though it's true. Because once you tell your partner, my children comes first, it's a put off. If I'm dating a girl, she tells me my child comes first, I just say okay.
Yes.
They won't be seeing me again.
Let me tell you a story. Yeah. My
Yeah.
mom died when I was my mom died when I was 10 years old. I was 10 when my mom died. I think 5 years later or 4 years later, I was 14, I'll be 15 when my dad were married. My
Mm,
dad, my mom had 5 kids from my dad.
mm,
The day my dad remarried and brought his new wife home, he sat the five of us in the living room and sat opposite us with his new wife. And I told, you know what he told them? You see these children, They are my children and not yours.
That's who was talking. Who was saying
my
that?
dad.
Okay.
They are my children and not yours. If they do anything, wait for me to come
Tell
in.
me.
I'm the one that will discipline them. Don't touch them for me. The day my stepmom made the mistake of touching my younger sister, my dad cocked a Beretta on her.
Wow.
I didn't like this. I was raised by a man who understands. Until today, that boundary was sex. She knew her boundaries, and we knew our boundaries. She knew
Hmm.
our boundaries, and we knew our boundaries. Till tomorrow, I never called that woman mother because my dad forbids it. He will tell you that your mother is that woman in that grave. Forever, she will remain your mother. Even at death, she's your mother.
Yeah.
I
So,
call my stepmom by
please,
her
Mr.
name.
John, can I ask you a question, sir? You know me, I dey learn. Mr. John, so what if? Okay, right? See, because we're still using a what if things here. So, if your priority, or if your son comes first, or your children comes first, okay, please tell me, why did you now go for this woman, or why did you go for this man?
Fuck.
And fuck. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You had something that you can take out.
Hold on. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm just waiting all night for a woman to come in to say her point, but
No, the women
all the women, none of the women
will
are saying
not come in
anything.
because of John.
They are strike.
The women will not come.
They are strike.
John have scared them.
Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go down for them to come in.
John has
No, no,
given
no,
them a
no, no, no.
scar.
I think that someone wants to come on. I just accepted.
This is a man.
Mr.
Yeah.
Kas, answer my question.
A man.
What
Hey,
the pride? What's your question? I
um,
think someone is here. Go ahead.
yeah. My question I want to ask him, I did hear what you said right now, like what your dad did then. With your level of exposure now and with your level of understanding, did you think all what your dad did then was right?
Absolutely 100% right.
Why? So
Because if I find myself in that position, I'll do exactly the same thing my dad did.
Okay, all right. I'll say something real quick. Like, I don't know what actually family does means to you. It's like you are
Family is you and
getting
your
an
children.
employment. Okay, fine. If your dad did go ahead and get to marry to someone else, so that woman is part of the family as well. Is that correct?
It's part of the family.
Cool. So, do you think your dad will be able to pick up everything regarding to you guys growing up?
That is why he told her, if there is anything, pass it through me.
No,
If
no,
she finds
because
me
that's
smoking weed, the way she will correct me as
yeah.
her stepson is not the way she will correct her own child as her
No,
child.
it because of the restriction your dad has
It's not
put
about
around her. So it,
it's bro. Let's stop this rubbish. Let's stop this. You see, the world does not have to be politically correct. The world
no.
has to be correct. Bro,
Yep.
let me land, please. It's not about the restriction. We understand human behavior. The way you treat your own. See, even if I borrow you a car, the way you drive the car I borrowed you is not the way you drive the car you bought with your own money. Let's say the truth for once and stop trying to be politically correct.
No,
See,
John.
if we are politically correct, political correctness spoils the world.
John,
No, this
can I
is
say something here?
this is
Like you've
wait.
been talking
I'll say
about
something
this
real
thing. Okay, see, I am a product also of a stepmother being raised. I was raised by my stepmom. My mom is still alive. Now, exactly the same way she raised her children, every bit of every correction she gave to the children is the same thing she did to me. Now, when my dad wanted to speak, John, make I finish now. When my dad wanted to put a stampede saying, oh, this one, won't he feel bad? This is what she said. And this is what stick into my head. She said, if I allow him to do what he wants to do because he's not my child, he will influence my children, the bad way. So to have my children not being influenced in a bad way because he's not my son, I need to raise them all together.
Yes, thank you very. See what you just said now. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you can have a policy. What your dad did is putting a policy on ground, but he implemented it not the very, very best way to do things. But it might work out well for you. But let me tell you something. If you have two people and then you treat them differently, human
Yeah.
beings are very, very. They pick up on those things, and you know what will happen? It breeds envy. It breeds problem. Your stepmom was actually walking on eggshell all this time while being with your dad because she could not be able to pick up. See, she can do things to you, but your dad is there to oversee and make the family like, because then you have the same level of respect that you have for your dad for her as well. But when there is that kind of restriction,
Why should I respect a woman that's not my mother?
okay, all right. See, respecting a woman, even though
Why
if
should
it's
I
your mom,
respect a woman that's not my mother? Honestly.
because that woman, it's in
The
your
only
family. That's who your dad is with.
women I am obliged to respect is my mother, my wife,
No.
and my
So
daughters.
how about what would you tell your daughter if they're growing up, or what would you tell your son?
The only women I will tell my daughters, the only man you are obliged to be submissive to is your
Hmm.
husband. You
Why?
don't see if a man walks up in the street and tells you rubbish, you can slap him if you want to. But
No,
you see
but
your husband, you must be
even though if
submissive to your husband.
fine, but even though
So
when
the
you
only
see
woman
what you're just
I am obliged to
hmm
respect is my daughter, my wife, and my mother. If you're not my biological mother, I don't owe you any fucking respect.
okay, all right. Can you just what is respect to you, please?
Respect is
Yeah.
being stupid when you're not meant to be stupid.
Can you try and elaborate because that doesn't really cut it for me. I
That's
don't understand how you said
the
it.
opposite.
If you're talking about dictionary definition of respect, it's different from literal definition of respect.
No,
Because
but
people
that's what I asked you. What is it to
In
you?
African societies, we
Yeah.
want respect when we don't give out respect.
No, okay, fair enough. I'm not asking you to define Africans. What is respect to you?
Respect to me is the African definition of respect, where you have to be the fool to make things work. The only person you have to be the fool to make things work for is your wife, your daughter, and your mother. Those are
I
the
don't think
only
you. I
women
don't think you.
that deserve that respect. That African definition of respect from.
I don't even think you're supposed to be a fool to make something work for anybody.
Oh, oh, come on. No. Then you're not ready to get
John,
married.
who is a mother? Please, let me just ask, who is a
A
mother?
mother is your biological mother, the person that
You're
owns it. The
still
person that
using
owns
mother.
it.
Substitute that word mother.
There is
Don't use it
nothing, there's no
again.
word. So the only thing that substitutes mother is guardian. Someone can be your guardian, but someone can never be your mother.
So who is a mother?
A the biological mother, the woman that entered
Ah,
they entered labor room. They entered
ah,
labor room and the doctor was telling her you're dilating 5 cm, you're
sweet,
dilating 2 cm,
sweet,
you're dilating
sweet,
3 cm. That is the
sweet.
only
I
person that is
like
your
that.
mother.
So when you're walking, all right, let me ask you a question. Because a lot of people, yeah, we show up for work very well, but we don't show up ourselves. If you are working and a lady is your boss, would you give her respect or not?
And what?
If you are, do you work?
Yes, I
Yeah.
work.
If you have a senior like a lady that is your boss, would you respect her or not?
I respect her office and not her.
Hmm?
I respect the office she protects and not her.
You res- no, but is there respect
I respect the
that?
office she protects and not her. Even if a goat protects that office, I respect that goat.
But you said you're the only woman that you can respect. So
I
I'm
am
trying to
you do,
tie you to that.
I'm not respecting the human being. I'm respecting that office. I
No,
am
but
respecting the office of the vice president or the
but
office of the GM
but
or the
it's
office
a
of the accountant general.
yeah, but a
I'm not
woman.
respecting the individual that protects that office.
I was looking for yesterday, I couldn't find.
I'm not
But
respecting the individual that protects that office. I respect that
yeah,
office. So what I mean
I think
is
you're
that if that lady meets me outside and tells me nonsense, I'll go woes
no.
up.
If see what
Johnny,
I
get
want to
wahala.
what I
Get
want you to
wahala.
what I want you to minus is from what you're saying. It doesn't have to be a woman. Anybody that kind of tells you what is not or disrespects you does not deserve your respect. It's not about if it's a woman, if it's a
But
boy, if
even
it's
if
a
your
man.
mother or your wife disrespects you, she deserves your respect. You see, there are three women you don't joke with in your life: your mother, your wife, and your daughter. They are the three most important women in your life.
That's what. See, I still really don't understand what
They are the three
respect
most
actually.
important
Because
women in your life.
if my mom disrespects me, I will let her
My
understand
mother
that
cannot disrespect
this is not.
me. My mother is
How
always
do you
right
mean?
in my eyes.
Okay.
My mother
John,
cannot
please help
disrespect
me.
me. It's not possible.
John, you know, say me, John, I love the way you explain. So please help me with this question. What if the woman you grew up to meet, let's say, no, we know you have a mother and all that, but let me use someone. Someone is adopted from a care from an adoption place, is adopted as a child, and now grows up with this woman, not knowing who
His biological
her
mother
or
is.
his mother
His
is.
biological mother is, yes.
Good. So does that mean because this woman who adopted her did not push and do 2 centimeters wide, 3 centimeters, or when they are doing dilation, does it mean that woman is not his or her
May
mother?
I blow your mind. My dad is 82. In my 38 years of this world, I've only known that man as my father. If tomorrow they do a DNA test and it shows that he's not my father, I will discharge him.
With all the emotions you've been through, with
No.
I
all
will
the history, everything.
discharge
Can
him.
can you
I
can
will
you rephrase that, please?
discharge him. Bro, very, very easily. I will discharge him. He's not
How?
my biological father.
What do you?
Only my biological father is my father. However, I know he's my biological father because we've done a DNA test. And that is why I don't play with DNA. That is why I don't play with DNA.
So see, I really don't understand where you're coming from. So are you
Where I'm
saying?
coming from is that biology,
Enugu.
biology, biology is the only basis of someone being male or female, and biology is the only basis of someone being father or mother. Simple,
That's
Oh, okay.
Enugu
All right.
definition.
Wait. Let me ask you something
simple.
real quick. You said something before. You said your mom can never be wrong in your face. All
My
right.
mom can
And
never
then
be wrong in
so
my eyes.
all right. Let's look at a scenario where your mom slapped your wife. Because this you in your own terminology, your wife, your
If
mom,
my
you
mother
respect them. Well,
slaps my wife,
yeah.
my wife will go home that day because for you to do what will make my mother slap you, you're not a good
What
wife.
do you mean? Like how?
Eh,
Cause
For you to do,
John,
for
you're
you,
in another realm. This is
for you to do
go no,
something
no, no,
that
no,
will make
John,
my
John,
mother slap you.
no, no.
It's so strange.
All right.
Jesus.
John,
My mother,
who
Well,
be this?
name,
Who-
my
now
mother,
I
who's
can
that
validly
was
say
my
no, bro. I can validly
No
say, are you a
triumph.
mommy's boy?
No
Are you a
triumph.
mommy's Are you a mommy's
Eh?
boy? Are you a mommy's boy?
I told you my mom died when I was 10 years old. So I
It
can't
doesn't
be a
no.
mommy's boy.
Sometimes it's not no. Mentally, you might be a mommy's boy.
It's not about mentally being a mommy's boy.
No.
It's not about mentally being a mommy's
You
boy.
know we know we have grown
See,
adults and we have toddlers in adults' body.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Sweet
I
best.
will never
No, it's not
disrespect.
mommy's boy
If
thing.
I'm married,
John has problem.
if I'm
No.
married,
Don't say he's
if I
not.
see, bro,
He's
listen,
giving you.
bro, if I'm married, if my mother-in-law comes and does something wrong, I will walk away and call her daughter. Tell her, your mother did this thing and it's not right. I will never confront my mother-in-law
Hey,
to the
but
extent that it will lead to someone slapping each other.
excuse me. You said your mother.
Okay, John,
If my
wait. Sorry,
wife,
John, I have a question. John, a quick question about mother-in-law. What if, let's say, one day your mother-in-law comes to visit you and she just looks at you and she said to you, "Oh, John, this your house is very nice. Do you have a will?
I'll tell
If
her
you
yes,
die now, who will take your
I'll
property?" What if she says that to you? What would
I'll
you
tell
say?
her yes, I have a will. The will is to my children.
How about the wife?
And they are held in trust by my father.
Wait, how about your wife?
What do you consider my wife and my will? What's she doing in my will?
Are you for real?
I'm for real, very for
We
real.
are just coming. Don't worry.
What is she
We
doing
have
in my
enjoyed
will?
John for a very long.
What is she doing? What the hell is my wife doing in my will?
We've enjoyed
But
John for a long time.
John, according to the Bible that we believe in, your wife is you. The two shall become one flesh. One flesh.
You does not have a clear understanding of what marriage is,
The
and
two shall
so
become one
you
flesh.
The
If the
you
two
see.
two.
can, if the two were really one flesh, there won't be divorce.
There
Yes,
won't
now
be.
divorce happens in so many
What did you
cases,
say?
but the point is
Boss?
your
What did you?
wife.
Boss? Wait,
Brother,
There must
Casbit
be
now.
something left.
What did you
brother,
say? Boss or
brother,
something?
I have an 8-year-old son.
You're
My
probably
will,
you're
my
probably a single parent. Is that
my
correct?
will has been written.
No, but wait, are
I wrote my
you a
will.
single parent?
I wrote my will like 5 years ago. And
Wait,
my
are
will
you a
was
single parent?
I have
Are you a single parent?
I said I have an 8-year-old
Yeah.
son.
Are you a single? What I mean, are you together? Are you still with your partner, or you're together? You're divorced or something?
We are
John looks
confused.
like someone that is with
We are
partner.
confused. We are confused. We are
John,
confused.
No,
John
wait,
that is telling me that if I come
I
to
said we are
America, we will
confused.
cheat.
Me and her are confused. We don't
okay,
know where we stand.
okay. Two of you are confused. Okay,
We
that's
don't
see.
even know where we stand.
You're coming up from that vibe. I kind of understand.
What
Maybe
vibe are you talking
probably
about?
sometimes you're
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This was a conversation I had with my ex even before we got married. My will is for my children. If, 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 if anything happens to me, you shall hold it in trust as their legal attorney.
who?
Their mother.
Their mom is
Because
going to
they're
be the
not up to
attorney.
18, yes. Because they're not up to
Okay,
18.
all right.
What legal attorney means is that
I
I
know,
am the
I
guardian
know,
of this child who is the custodian of this will.
I know.
So she cannot sell it, she cannot do anything with it. She's just holding it in trust for them. When they turn 18, they become the sole decision makers. I am not going to will a property to someone that when I die, you marry another person and bring the person, you'll be knocking the person in my house, my spirit will be watching you when they're giving you doggy. It's not possible. It's not possible. It will never
See,
happen. It will never happen.
come
That
on,
is
It will
the
man.
never
biggest
happen.
fear of a man.
Come
That's
on,
the
It
man.
biggest
will
fear of
never
a man.
happen.
Let all the men, let's be
So
honest.
I would
That
rather
is our
will my
biggest fear.
properties to my child,
No, no,
who is my
no, no,
portion.
no, 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 not all the men. That I don't have that kind of fear, bro.
Okay, that's a
Okay,
business.
wait. You don't have that kind of fear. That
No,
hold
no,
on, John, hold on,
I'm
bro.
very.
You say you don't have that.
I'll be
Hold on,
honest.
let me, bro. Hold on. You don't have the fear that now, God forbid,
Yep,
your enemy passes
yep,
away, and then your wife now takes your $10 million and all the properties and everything, and your 3 kids,
yep.
and then John marries her.
Fine.
Ah,
I don't have no problem.
with
See,
big
Hold
pennies.
on now. Let me.
With big
I never
pennies.
finished the question. Hold on. John now
just imagine
enters.
anything that you can imagine in that angle, in that direction that you're trying to go. Let me tell you one thing. I'm very practical with life. I'm practical with myself.
Yeah.
Just
Bro. I'm being practical too. Hold on.
yep. Go
I'm
on.
a man.
Yes.
In our nature, we are territorial by nature. It is the way we are built, it's the way we are wired. So when I say
Okay.
I'm a man, I mean this girl is mine. So
Yep.
nobody touches. This house is mine. So
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, I now leave my throne. And
Yep.
then, or let me use you in this case, God forbid, God takes you to heaven. And John now
Yep.
marries your wife. And you have worth of $10 million. Your children are there. Your children are 14, 15, 10. And John has a way with women. John enters your wife's head, marries her. John now controls your property. Let's be real, man.
And someone like John, the first thing he will do.
Sweet. Let me answer
No, wait,
them.
please,
I'll,
bro,
I'll,
bro, please, make I
I
just
will,
talk. Make I
I will,
just talk
I
one
will.
small thing. Someone like
Yep.
John, the first thing he will do is to tell your wife, change their school from Layela Jesid to community primary school.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait. Casby. This is a very good. See, Casby. Wait, guy. Let's chill. It's very simple. See. See. I'll tell you something from experience. Do you know in terms of retaining things, women are even more better than a man on that ground.
Are you joking?
If you put down a man that has kids and a woman that has children and tell them to go and get married and live life, you see that woman that have children will still see her children comes first. But I'll tell you, a man would get to a point where that children, when he comes back from work, he just be like, "Hey, how far? What's good?" And whatever they tell him, sometimes he does not have the time. He does not have the time to process through. But for a woman,
brother, penis can change the circuit diagram of a woman's brain. Penis, is it penis? Penis.
no, well,
Brother,
see,
penis
maybe not.
can change the circuit diagram of a woman's brain.
That's why I say.
Kas,
Sometimes the things that you go through
Bro,
defines
so
how you talk
bro,
about things.
bro,
And
bro,
I'll tell you, you're a product
bro,
of your environment.
bro.
So
Let me,
maybe
Kas,
where the places where you grow up or how you have been able to experience life, it might be that
bro,
way.
I beg, where did you grow up? Heaven.
It's not heaven, bro. Like,
John, no.
I don't believe in all those
John,
things. No, not heaven. I don't
Okay.
believe in majority of all these things that you're saying.
Let's use the
John,
two
no.
most westernized economies in the world, the United States of America and the Great Britain. Let's assume you grew up in the US and the Great Britain.
Yeah.
I lived in the US from 2009 to 2011. Bro, American women are the most vulnerable women in the world to be influenced by a dick. I can give you
But
statistics.
that's not
Brother,
the
relax.
don't use that as a yardstick.
Relax. An American woman is ready to take her child to a motherless baby's home to collect long black pennies.
You're coming up. You're sounding pretty much like what make you think? What make you think? For instance, what make you think? Why would you even want somebody that is alive not to move on and live their life while you're not there? Like,
Huh?
of what use is it for you?
Of what use?
Of what use is it for you? For you to say somebody like you're passed on, you don't have anything to do. You're not even useful, and then you don't want somebody else. That is
And what makes you think that you don't have anything to do with the president when you're passed on?
so. No. What I'm trying to tell you is,
You need to understand. You need to
if
understand spirituality.
put
The
yourself.
dead
No,
live amongst us.
let's reverse.
But
Let's
you know
reverse
the dead
it.
live amongst us, right? They can see everything we're doing.
It's deja vu that people are talking about. How do you know? Have you seen? Have you actually been able to see and hear? You just heard what
The
people are telling
dead
you.
live
Kas,
amongst
so.
us. People don't die; they transcend.
Hello?
They move from one energy level to another energy level.
John,
People
no.
don't die;
John,
they
wait.
transcend.
John,
I don't believe in
Chere,
death.
Chere.
I don't believe in death. I believe in transcension. I believe human beings
John,
transcend from one energy
you
level to another.
and Kas don't confidently say a man is territorial in nature. A man has his throne and all that, which is true. But now you've forgotten that throne. Kas, remember at the beginning of this your broadcast, you said a good wife, a good partner. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still speaking based on what you said. Just like
Yeah.
a man is territorial and has all his wealth, you cannot give 100% to that man alone. He didn't build it alone.
Oga,
He's going to
Oga,
the toilet.
The
Oga,
woman, let me
Oga.
finish. Oh, John,
It
John,
depends
make
on
I
if he
If
finish.
made
John,
you
money
no,
don't
God.
follow me
before he
go office,
married.
you don't
John,
get
no,
anything.
God.
If you don't follow me go
Me.
office, you don't
Oh,
get.
you are talking from. You're
If you
John,
don't
make
just.
I
follow me
finish.
go office, you don't get anything. Relax. If you don't follow
John,
me go
wait
office,
now.
you don't get anything.
Okay, so
Now,
why is it
I'm
that
coming. Let me
why
finish.
is it
John, wait, make I finish. Cass, now, that woman is
That's not
part of that
that.
your territorial
Which
dominance
territory? Which territory?
by, well, now make I finish now. E- either by physical, emotional, anyway, she is part of it. Now, Cass, in this same broadcast of yours, you made a statement. You said, as a man, when you cannot release, it get how they affect your brain.
Yes.
So now, if you no get that woman wey una dey feel say no dey really important. If you no get that woman to knack and release, would you be able to think straight to take care of that your territory,
Can I
that your
ask?
kingdom, that your
Okay.
throne?
Can I ask you a
Now I'm
question?
coming. I'm gonna give you more again. No, wait, now
Please,
John, make I finish because
before
the
you
way you guys
continue,
are sounding
John, make
before
it
is
you
land,
as
make
if
it land, make it land, I beg.
okay,
John, make it land, I beg.
sorry,
the way
okay,
you're
sorry.
saying it is as if this like women are just they are just there if I want to have fun and sex, I just go for woman. Apart from that, I don't
It's
need them.
not true. That's not what I said. Sorry.
No,
That's not
John,
what.
that is the way you're
That's
going.
not
No,
what
no,
I
no.
said.
All throughout the night,
That's not
this
what I
is what
said.
you've been saying.
That's not
That
what
is
I
what
said.
that is what you imply.
That's
You
not
That's
don't.
what
what
you're
I said.
That is
implying.
what
That
you
is not what
imply.
I said.
Are
Implication
you
and
for real?
implication and
Now,
saying are two different things. Now,
okay, now let's go again. I'm
I'll
still
tell you.
going on. I'll never finish. Oh,
I'll give you an
I'm
example.
quoting you, and if I'm quoting you, say I am wrong. Can we go on?
I'll give you a real
I'm not
life
finished
example.
now,
Please,
John. Make I finish now.
please, let me give you this example so that you elaborate on it.
Okay, sir.
Steve Jobs worked all his life, built an empire, died. The mistake he did, the only mistake he did in his lifetime. Steve
Are you
Jobs
for real?
was a very smart guy. The only
So you
mistake,
think
only one mistake,
he made a mistake?
the only one mistake Steve Jobs did in his lifetime was to put his wife as the sole beneficiary of his will. As soon as he died, 1 year after his death, his wife had already bought a
What is it?
yacht that he did not buy while he was alive with a new boyfriend. Brother, I'd rather my son makes that mistake than my wife makes
Okay.
that mistake.
Okay. Now let me also use that same example you're using, John. Cass, please just also listen. Oh. Bro, when you die, what 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 business do you have to do with your empire?
Should I answer you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am a practice. I practice African ancient traditions and culture, and I am also a Mason who believe that human beings do not die; they transcend.
Good.
That is why
Yes.
you go
Accept.
to your
Good.
Umana meeting. When you go to your Umana meeting, you pour liberation to your ancestors because they are present in that meeting. They move from one energy level to another energy level. That energy
That's a
level
myth.
is not backward reversible. It's only
That's a myth, bro.
it's not a myth.
It is, man.
It's not a myth.
Okay.
You
All right. How
call
can you
it a myth
verify or
because you've
tell
not
me that they're
experienced it.
there?
I don't call it a myth because I have experienced it. I have walked into my family OB and have had conversations with my ancestors.
The ancestor responded back to you when
Yes.
you. Oh, really? All right. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes, they spoke to me.
All right.
I've had
Cool.
personal conversations with my ancestors. So it's not a myth. Human beings don't die, they transcend. So when you transcend, you are aware of why do you think that children of the meek become successful? Because those meek are involved in their day-to-day activities even after they have transcended.
Where is this coming from, bro? Like sometimes don't just base everything to supernatural. If those kids don't put in work, they're not going anywhere.
Okay, no problem. Believe what you
Mhm.
want to believe.
Now, thank
Okay.
God, John, you just said it, comma, and so therefore, comma. You believe what you want to believe. But what I'm still saying, and I'll still say till tomorrow, is, John, why you should marry is not just because you want to knack. There is more to it than just knack.
What? What?
So,
What?
bro, you're very so
Companionship, someone to
If
talk to,
hearing
someone to
hearing this.
if
build.
not be knocking and cooking, that I know how to cook. I know how to cook. But
If I do so now, guy.
so they give you that vibe. They give you that vibe. They
If
give you
not,
that
see,
normal,
on a more serious
vibe.
note, you're
That
not supposed to even marry then. You don't supposed to even marry then. You supposed just they arrange, they carry babes now, pay, and then
but that's
you
what
won't have all
But
those
that's
stuff.
what he's doing.
that's what I'm doing now.
But wait,
That's
guys,
what I'm doing now.
there's something John said about when you get a girl pregnant and the girl goes on to marry another person and you're gonna marry another person. That girl is still your wife. Now, John said something,
Your
but
wife.
Jesus said something in the Bible. Jesus said they came to Jesus and asked Jesus. They said this woman was married and she had 7 different husbands. When she dies, who will be her husband in heaven? Jesus said neither, because in heaven they're neither given in marriages, for they are like the sons of God. So which means heaven, there's no marriage in heaven. This marriage thing is just within us here,
You know
this
what I'm
earth.
saying? But the thing you fail to understand is that
So is it a
heaven.
big deal?
The thing
Is it a
that you
big deal?
the thing that you fail to understand is that heaven does not exist until after judgment. Then heaven and earth will exist.
How do you
Yeah.
even
But
know? How do you know that all this? Wait, wait, wait. Let's look at what you're saying, Jen.
lost souls are still wandering.
How do you know there's heaven?
Wandering.
How do you even know that there's all these things that we are being told? What is this fact? I'm not talking about fiction. Facts that actually tells you, just like waking up in the morning, you can see that it is morning, it is evening, it is night. You can see with your
That
two
is the
eyes and you
fact.
can
That
feel
is
it.
the proof. That is the proof, my friend. But my thing is gonna go off in 5 seconds. Should I come back?
Yeah, that's fine. Come back and we can
Oh,
pop up
Okay,
Papa,
I'll
if
again.
you
come
want
back.
to
I'll
use this
come back.
conversation.